Mark, well done, into the semi-finals. Good break in the last frame to get over the line there, so you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, I played some good stuff from 3-1 down. There was just a couple of misses when sort of I just got over the line in the frame and I missed the next ball and made it a lot harder for myself in 2 of the frames there tonight, and you can't afford to do that. You need to close them out a bit more clinical than I did, but I'm very happy with the win because he's a very dangerous player. You
were saying in the press conference, you were joking, there was a cheeky look at the flights in the mid-session, so you must be pleased that was wasted research.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously want to try my best and win every match, but you want to just see what's available just in case that like you lose and there's maybe a flight you can catch in a couple of hours. You want to make sure you're on it, but yeah, no flights available tomorrow that were worthwhile, so I had to just dig in a bit more, and yeah, I played some good stuff like I said after the interval.
We were saying yesterday it's been obviously a slightly slower start to the season just because obviously missed Shanghai and then lost in the first round in Saudi, so to get really going with a run this week was important. It's at least the semi-finals now, so hopefully more, but it's a really good
start. Look, you want to start any season well, and like it didn't happen for me in Saudi. Just I had a chance in the decider and didn't take it, but I played alright in that game, so I wasn't overly gutted with myself. It's just one of those games, and come here, I feel like I've put a lot of good work in on the practice table, and hopefully this is just the start of me reaping the rewards of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how, in terms of embarking on the season as a whole, how did you feel with your game? Have you been kind of practicing much over the summer and stuff? Or?
Immediately after the Worlds, no. I put my cue away for a while like I always do, but I had more than enough time to be ready for Shanghai, and obviously to end up not being able to play in that for other reasons. I still felt like I was ready for Saudi, but maybe just didn't quite have that match sharpness. You can only get that through playing matches, and it's nice to get a run here. I feel like I've sort of grown into myself this week, and yeah, I'm sort of happy and confident for what the future's going to bring this season.
It's obviously been a little while since a ranking event. I mean, obviously you had the huge win in the Saudi Invitational last season, but I'm sure you'd be very keen to try and get ranking silverware back.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, that's what you play for. It's just unfortunate. Well, I say unfortunate. It's great to win any event, but it's unfortunate that the tournaments I'd done sort of well in last year were the non-ranking events. I got to the semis of the Masters, got the semis of the Champ of Champs. Obviously won Saudi. The 3 of the big tournaments, but you don't count anything towards the rankings, which is why I've dropped dramatically. But it is what it is. I was still a ball away from being in the UK final. I think I was a couple of balls away from being in the Scottish Open final. So yeah, it doesn't look great on paper because you're doing sort of well in the wrong events, but I still felt like my game was in good shape last year, and hopefully it'll be better this year.
It's a frustrating sport in that regard, isn't it? That you can win so many matches, huge number of matches over the season, but there's only one player each week that goes home with that trophy. So you're destined to go home a little bit disappointed if you don't go home with silverware.
Absolutely. Look, everyone's here to win. No one's. I can't imagine there's too many people that come here just trying to nick a few quid. We're all competitors. We're all trying to win the tournament, and anything less than that is disappointing. But you have to look at the bigger picture. If you come here and get to the semis or finish runner up, you've had a reasonable week, but ultimately it's about winning.
Obviously a tough game up next. Gary Wilson, he's put away some big names this week. What sort of challenge does Gary pose as an opponent?
Super aggressive, scores very, very heavy. Got a bit of bottle about him as well, and as you've seen in recent years, when he gets a chance of winning a tournament, he's more than capable of doing it. So I'll need to play better than what I have done so far this week, but I'm looking forward to it.
Big game ahead, good luck.
Thank you.